Welcome to Thriving Tribesmen. My name is Kuri, your host, and I'm excited to be making this episode. So I was speaking to a client and we are talking about confidence, and I was saying that a lot of confidence is built upon your focus. So wherever you focus on, or whatever you focus on, can either make or break your confidence. And this is a very important fact that I learned the hard way, where I would find myself in a downward spiral. So for example, within a sexless relationship, you get rejected, and then because you're rejected, you're feeling bad about yourself, you've got this negative self-talk. You then, because you want to escape the negative self-talk, you then either, me sometimes, start eating rubbish food in order to change, my mood. That wouldn't work. Then probably watch a bit of porn, masturbate, really just trying to escape that feeling of really not being wanted. And by doing those things to try and escape that, it further then eroded my confidence further. And I would find myself even in a more negative situation. And the weird part about it is that the less confidence you have and the more you try to initiate, the worse outcome you're going to get, because it's got this vicious cycle of you being rejected, doing these activities that keep you not confident, and then when you try to initiate, she sees that, and she sees that lack of confidence, and that screams. Usually when coming from a place of lack of confidence, I'm really sorry for that alarm that's going off. I don't know why it keeps going off. Anyways, because it's this vicious cycle of you then try to initiate, you break down in confidence, and then because you're lacking confidence, when you try and initiate again, it comes across as trying too hard, and it pushes so much sexual pressure on your partner. And sometimes she just rejects your approach. So it's not even that she's rejecting you specifically. It's the fact that you're already coming from that place where it's a negative emotions that are pushing you into the initiation. So it becomes very important to really stop that. And I'm talking about this because even last week, there's a time when I was lacking confidence. I was not eating properly. I was not training well either. I sort of missed a couple of days in the gym. And I started seeing this sort of downward spiral happening. And this was a reminder for me that I need to start doing things, really hard shit that I don't want to be doing. And by doing so, I start feeling good afterwards. And really, that's how I start building momentum. So I end up waking up when I didn't want to, with only 2 hours sleep. I went to the gym, and first of all, my goal was just to turn up in the gym and then just to warm up on the treadmill. And then all of a sudden I ended up having a really good workout, which then gave me some good feelings. Went home and then did something else. And then I just started building this momentum. And by the time I got to Sunday, I was feeling energized, fulfilled, ready to go for the week, written down all the plans that I needed for the week. And that started building my confidence. And then by Monday morning, I was up early in the gym and again started building this upward momentum. I'm not saying it's easy. It's quite difficult actually, but it was really not allowing myself to allow the negative talk to disturb me from doing the right thing, which is for me working out. And then truthfully, my diet isn't that great, so I've eaten a bit of rubbish in the last 3 days, but it has been relatively clean. So again, it's now just me now trying to work on that as well. So just so I can just keep that momentum going, because when I eat well and I drink a lot of water, again, it's very, very good for my brain. It's very good for my focus. So it's like building this momentum. And when you get into this momentum where you're feeling confident and feeling good about yourself, this is the best time to start trying to initiate, because then she feels that. She feels that you're coming up from a confident place. And again, one part about it is that when you're confident and you're feeling good about yourself, whenever you're initiating, it isn't that important. So if you get rejected, it isn't going to drop you that much, because again, somebody with confidence, if your confidence gets knocked based off of you got rejected, then you're probably not operating in real confidence. When I remember when we used to go out and we are picking up ladies, we would have supreme confidence, and we would get people saying, I would approach somebody and they would tell me to my face and very loud, "Fuck off." And I would keep a smile on my face. And from being told fuck off, I would walk straight into a group of girls and say, hello, how are you doing? And that is what confidence is, that you don't allow external things to dictate how you feel. And this is a very important piece when it comes to confidence. So sometimes you might feel motivated and you might mistake motivation for confidence, but really when it comes to confidence is that you are sure of yourself and you're sure of what you're doing, and nothing outside or external can affect how you feel and how you think about yourself. So this is a very important piece, and I would like you to, and when it comes to building confidence, it always comes down to you doing difficult things continuously, and it really comes down then to discipline. It comes then down to really doing micro things that will get you there. So when I say micro things, I mean, for example, for me, I know in terms of building confidence, I need to be going to the gym. That's good for my mental well-being, but it's also good for my physical well-being. It's good for my brain, and by doing so, again, I know that I've ticked that off, which is one hard thing that I didn't want to do. It then gives me good feeling for doing it. And then when I tick, and again, I tick stuff off. I've always got 3 tasks that I need to do. And again, I'll have those business 3 tasks that I want to do. I tick them off as I go along the day. And by ticking them off and feeling accomplished, again, that builds my confidence. And just really setting my day in a way that I'm continuously gaining momentum. And then that momentum carries over into the next day. And then within 5 days, I've got really good momentum getting into the weekend, and then maintain that momentum going into the weekend. And again, by the way, when we do have sex, it's usually the weekend. So generally during the week, I'm using my confidence to be playful, to be funny, to be interesting, to be pique a curiosity, doing stuff that will make it easier for us to transition into seduction. And really, this is where most guys miss the piece. They sort of hold off for a very long time, and then they really want to make this one big initiation, which is then like so much. It's almost like eating an elephant in one bite. You're trying to force feed your wife this massive thing, whereas you can sort of use your confidence during the week to just be putting little pieces like Hansel and Gretel, like little breadcrumbs to where you're going. And this is a important what makes it easier for you to transition from that being playful to seduction, because again, this is why a lot of guys fail, because they get this rejection, feel not motivated, they don't feel confident about themselves, don't feel like they've got any momentum, and then they try to seduce, and whenever they do try and seduce, it's this one big massive thing that they're now trying after no contact, no verbal communication, no physical communication, nothing to really indicate that this is where we're going on the weekend again. So this is an interesting podcast episode, because it was my week last week. There was a time when I lost momentum, and it was good for me to teach this client about this and say, yeah, I still lose momentum, but this is what I do to rebuild my confidence and put myself in a place where I go. And it's different for everybody else. Some of you guys, I think for me, it's, I'll give you a list of the things that I do. For me, it's going to the gym, eating well, reading books, and doing the podcast episode. So all of these are things that I need to be checking off every single day. And when I do so, it builds momentum and feeds me and makes me feel, again, there's another important piece about this as well when I say reading books and so on, is that also it's guarding what you see, what you hear, and what you say. So, for example, when I read books, when I try not to consume as much content. So right now I've got Facebook deleted. I don't have Facebook on my app. I use Instagram because I communicate with clients sometimes. And I do have YouTube. And lately I started seeing myself watching a lot of trivia. So I'm going to remove YouTube for a while up until I need to start uploading videos. And again, there's a lot of time, again, when you watch stuff, again, that's eroding your confidence because you're trying to escape these negative feelings. And then when you listen to stuff, what are you listening to? Are you listening to your self-talk, which is terrible? Are you listening to people that are saying negative things? And so all of that, you need to guard all of that. And again, this is how you then build confidence, and it's a very important part which I almost left out. So thank you very much for listening, guys. Hopefully you can take these lessons and apply them in in your life, which is what's going to build momentum and then get you into that place where you can seduce your partner and really have a good relationship. Thank you very much. Take care.